Hi folks, welcome back to this episode of Heathen's Garage. We have the Dakota, and we're going to try and fix it after the last little debacle, and put her back on the road. At least that's the hope. Now, this week we kind of worked on weeknights instead of during the day, so get ready for a lot of costume changes, because that's just how it went. Let's get to the show. We got this. We got ourselves a Spicer U-joints and some Nyapco straps, and we're gonna fix the Dakota. Now, if you saw that last episode, you'll remember this part, because we broke the yoke off of it. But the good news is, I had spare yokes kicking around. Well, I had one spare yoke, but you only use one, so that's okay. I don't know what kind of bugs are out here, but they're landing on me and eating me alive. What is crawling all over me? Now, just so we're all on the same page, the right way to put a U-joint in and what we're about to do, they're two different things. But we'll get the U-joint in regardless, so that's important. No, you stay in there. This part right here, this is a little bit ineffective, but we'll carry on, pretend that it's fine. You stay in there, I said. If you don't stay in there, things don't go right. Now, the hot ticket here is you knock the U-joint all the way through so you can get the other side on. And then as you're tapping this one in, you know the needles won't fall over because the U-joint's inside both cups. At least that's what somebody told me. Something isn't square no more. Now it's worse, so that's good. Alright, now what you got is one yoke started here all the way in, one yoke in here all the way. Just got to put your clip in there, knock it back to the clip, put the clip in there, you're done. Now that just squeezes, in you go, and into the place. Make sure it's kind of seated, and now we knock this back. If I had a block under that backside, wouldn't it be nicer? That's better. Now see, it's got a block of wood it's sitting on. That was a better idea. Now, this one got pretty bashed up, admittedly. So we kind of had to take some material away right there. And we're not proud of that, but also that's probably not what's gonna break next, so we won't worry too much. See, it doesn't really matter because we just put the opening where we had to cut the part away, and then it's kind of irrelevant anyways. It wasn't holding anything there to begin with, so it's fine. At least I hope it's fine. It's probably fine. Now in this case, we can knock these snap rings on right now because it just gets held on with the strap. So we'll knock them on quick time. Now all we gotta do is throw the yoke in, put the drive shaft back in, torque the new boots, which by the way I haven't showed you yet, but I will in a second. And like this thing's ready to roll again. As long as we didn't break anything else that I don't know about. No, this is horrible. Look at that, hey? Driveline is back in action, we think. And with that, we're actually not going to continue playing on this. As much as it seems like the right thing to do is to unload it and drive it around, when you pull the drive shaft out, you lose all the fluid out of the transmission. And when you pull the yoke out of the diff, you lose a bunch of diff fluid. So I need to fill those both up. But right now, being that it's a weeknight, I have a differenter commitment. So this is now a tomorrow problem. And we'll bring you then there, tomorrow. And we'll make sure that Dakota still goes forward and backwards. That's the plan. told you I'd come back. The Dakota is ready to roll, theoretically. We have not rolled it, other than rolled it off the trailer. But we have a drive shaft back in it, and fluids back in everything, and she's a runner. Now, before we go anywhere, let's just show you the new kicks. Check those out. Those are Mustang wheels. They took a little modification, but they fit. They even fit with the center caps on the back, which is kind of cool. Now, admittedly, I would like taller tires on there, especially on the back, but in the meantime, that's the Driveline saver, because I don't think we'll have to worry about getting enough traction to hurt U-joints anymore. How about we see if we can't operate that flying machine a little bit more, eh? If we're honest, I think what we've learned is I'm really bad at flying a drone so far. We'll get there though, don't worry. In the meantime, I gotta get some dog food. So why don't we take this thing into town and just sort of go see if it's got all its gears and not making too many noises. How's that sound? Let's do that. A tremendous valve cover leak on one side, and I didn't bring any tools, none, zero, which was a mistake in and of itself. So even though we're only 2 miles from town or 2 miles from home, if we go into town that means 6 miles. If we turn around, we just 2 miles. So we're just gonna spin her back around, and you know, that'll be that. We'll try again tomorrow, I guess. On the plus side, it feels like we have all our gears and the drivetrain is repaired. Why it suddenly has a valve cover leak now, I don't know. This is gonna take us like a 15-point turn here, unless we, where's reverse again in this thing? There it is. Well, don't back into the farmer's fence here, Heathen. That wouldn't be popular. It's got valve float at like 5,100 RPM, so I guess we won't have to worry about, you know, spinning too much RPM. That's all she's got is about 5,200. Now, the good news is today, that our massive valve cover leak that I said we had wasn't a valve cover leak at all. Remember this turbo drain that I did in a rush and sealed up with silicone? Yeah, that leaked. So that wasn't a big surprise. But also it meant I just put more silicone on to fix that little problem, which admittedly, like, that's a pretty, like, that's shoddy even for me. But I don't have a better solution at the moment. And until I come up with one, which I'm pretty sure is going to be run a proper drain into the oil pan, it's just going to have to do. In the meantime, I heard a story about there being a little car show at the A&W local. It seems like this truck's due for a little test drive. Again, hopefully into town all the way this time. So we're going to try that.
Now my GoPro has two modes of recording video. Normal mode and fast forward, or time-lapse mode as they call it. And it was bound to happen one day that I would accidentally record something in time-lapse mode instead of normal mode. Today was that day. But on the plus side, it was basically a drama-free drive into town anyways. No shakes, no weird noises, and this time, no weird oil smell.
We have arrived, and there's some cars to look at, so that's pretty fun. I'll show you around.
It's pretty special, this one. Oh, and it's a stick. Oh, I like that.
Well, folks, she is nighttime on a school night. Show is clearing out. Everybody's eaten and had their chit-chats, and I'm off too. We're gonna call it a pretty good success today, because, you know, we drove to Dakota and we didn't have a breakdown yet. We're not home yet, but we didn't have a breakdown yet. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Bye.
Now, not that anyone was asking my opinion, but this was my highlight car of the show. It's a Dodge Dart powered by a very healthy small block and owned by a lovely lady named Kathy. She's also a drag and drive enthusiast like myself. And the fact that we had previously met on Miles Mayhem definitely played a factor in my choice. I also want to thank A&W for hosting this little cruise night every week all summer long. It's quite a treat. And the coupons for 50% of your meal for driving something interesting, well, that was pretty great too.
some other piece of junk that you can fix up.
Put the fear into him.
We got that on camera, Tony.
Do I look like I give a